welcome to lesson 1.8, the last lesson for chapter 1. So let's get on right into it. So a coordinate plane is formed by the intersection of a horizontal number line called the x-axis and a vertical number line called the y-axis. The axes meet at a point called the origin and divide the coordinate plane into 4 quadrants. So actually, let's do the next one. So each point in a coordinate plane is represented by an ordered pair. The first number is an x coordinate and the second number is a y coordinate. So an ordered pair has an x coordinate and a y coordinate. So you can see here is a coordinate, so -3 on the x-axis, then -2 on the y-axis. Okay, here's the y-axis, and this is the x-axis. Y goes up and down, x-axis goes left and right. Okay, the absolute origin, which is 0, 0, okay, is the absolute center of a graph. Okay, so go ahead in your notes. We have coordinate plane and ordered pairs. Coordinate plane is formed by a horizontal number line called the x-axis and a vertical number line called the y-axis. Each point is so a point in a coordinate plane is where a coordinate in the coordinate plane where a point in the coordinate plane is represented, that is called an ordered pair. So go ahead and pause the video, write in those definitions. So in your notes, I have given you the quadrant plane that they give us in the book. Just go ahead and write, this is an ordered pair. Everything else has been there for you. I couldn't get the coordinate plane, well, the ordered pair highlighted without getting all the words in. So just go ahead and write that in. Oops. All right. Moving on. So example 1. So we are going to name points on a coordinate plane. So problem A asks us to name the point A, and problem B asks us to name point B. So it's kind of like when you're reading a map, you're wanting to say, this is where this point is on a map. And this here is our map. Okay? So point A is here. So in order to, or we can say in order to get that to that point, we have to go this way, and then down this way. Okay? And that's how we represent it in an ordered pair. So in order to get to point A, we have to go left 2, right? Well, not left 2, but right 2. Remember, if we go right, it's going to be positive. So since we went right 2, okay, that's going to be our first number, is 2. And in order to get to A, do we have to go up or down 4? We have to go down 4. So our y is going to be -4. So questions to ask. So should be do. Go left or right So left being negative or right being positive. 2, do I go up, which is positive, or down, which is negative? So with B, so do I go left or right? So I know I go left to get to B. So we go left -3 spaces. And do I go up or down? We go up. We go 2. So we know that it's going to be positive for our y coordinate. Okay. So now let's take a look at example 2. We are plotting points on a graph. Okay. So when we plot points on a graph, the ordered pair is already there for us. We're just going to follow its coordinates using that same question. So problem A tells us to label it A with the ordered pair or the coordinate of 4, 1. Sorry, my comma was bad there. Problem B tells us to look at 0, 3 and label it B. And then problem C tells us to do -2, -5 and label it C. So here's our y-axis, here's our x-axis. So let's do A, problem A. So do we have to go left or right first? Taking a look at our x-coordinate, it's positive, so do we need to go left or right? So we have to go right. So we go right 1, 2, 3, 4. And do we have to go up or down? If it's positive, we're going to go up. So we're going to go 1. So here is point A on our graph. Point B, we have 0, 3. So if we're at 0 and we start at 0, do we need to go anywhere? No. So our second number is positive. So that means we're going to go up, right? Just like the last one. We're going to go up 3. So 1, 2, 3. Here's point B. Point C, we have -2, -5. So are we going to go left or right? So we are going to go left because we're going negative. So 1, 2. Then are we going to go up or down 5? Because we have -5. We're going to go down. We're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And here's point C. It's just telling you what ways to go. First way, you're going to go either left or right. Then either you're going to go up or down. Okay, that's what it's asking you to do. So, example 3. Well, no, let's take a look at the checkpoint. So the checkpoint asks us to label the points. Let's try 4 and 5. So we were asked to plot point P, which is -1, 1, and point Q, which is 4, -5. So with P, are we going to go left or right? We are going to go left. And then are we going to go up or down 1? We're going to go up. So we're going to go left 1, up 1. There's point P. For Q, are we going to go left or right? We're going to go left 4. And then are we going to go up or down 5? We're going to go down 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's point Q. All right. So scatter plots. So a scatter plot uses a coordinate plane to display paired data. So you can go ahead, pause the video, and write this in to your notes. It uses a coordinate plane to display paired data. Okay. So I didn't put a something for you to write in. We're gonna just take a look at it because I am not gonna ask you to make a scatter plot because that's a lot. So a biologist measured the lengths and masses of 8 rainbow trout. Make a scatter plot of the data shown in the table and describe any relationship you see. So we can see we have this table here. This is we have a length and we have a mass. Mass meaning how much it weighs. So when are to make it on a graph, you can either say your x-axis is going to be your length and your y-axis is going to be your mass. Okay? And we can see by looking at the data plot, the higher the length, the heavier it is, right? We can kind of make that given because here we are at a higher length. That means we're at a higher mass. See, the smaller the length, the lighter the fish weighs. All right, so that was the last example of our lesson for today. So, in your books, in your folders, you should have lined paper. Oops. You should have lined paper in your books. So, if we can work together, we are going to do problems 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? It says plot the point on the coordinate plane, and we're going to describe the location of the point. So that it's going to ask us, we're going to put it's in quadrant and then whatever quadrant it is in. Okay, we will work together. Either work together on that. If you want to work by yourself, that's fine too. Then if you want to get some extra credit, you guys can do numbers 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. All right. So that was the last lesson of the chapter. I will be handing out a study guide to you guys for chapter 1. Most likely your study guide is going to be the chapter review. We will work on it together. I ask that you just do either 2 or 3 problems from each section and then turn it into my desk. Your notes you will be able to use on your test, and the study guide you will be able to use on the test, which is the chapter review. The chapter test in the book is not the chapter test. I will be making the chapter test to give to you. Um, Make sure all of your notes are in order. And when you are done with that worksheet, go ahead and turn in your notes and that worksheet to my desk.